Hi all. So today we'll be dealing with your water surface profiles. So in this first we'll be dealing with the classification of different channel bed slopes and then come to your classification of your water surface profiles. Now we will go through the different terminologies we'll be using for calculating for classifying my flow profiles. The first term is your critical depth. Your critical depth, it is denoted by DC here, and it corresponds to a point where the specific energy is minimum. It refers to a point in a flow for a given discharge when my energy is minimum. At that point, the velocity is called as critical velocity and the depth is called as critical depth. And for other values for a given discharge, there are two different profiles. That is your subcritical flow and your supercritical flow. Your subcritical flow is your tranquil flow or where the velocity is low, and your supercritical flow is where your velocity is high. The next term we define as a normal depth, the depth at which the flow is uniform. Now, for a given discharge, again, there is a depth in which you can achieve uniform flow, and that depth is called as your normal depth. Third one is a depth of flow. It is a variable here. Now, based on the depth of flow only, we are going to draw the different types of profile. Fourth one is a channel bed slope, that is IB. Channel bed slope is also a variable here. Okay. And the next term is your critical channel bed slope. Now, for a given discharge, to achieve critical depth, I can have a particular slope, and that slope is called as my critical channel bed slope. Now, based on the first five parameters, okay, we'll be having different types of profiles. And the first classification of the profiles is based on my channel bed slope, and they are mild slope, which is denoted as M, steep slope, that is denoted by S, critical slope by C, horizontal slope by H, and adverse slope by A. Now these are the different channel bed slopes which will based on which we'll be classifying. So what are these slopes I have given in detail? Now, before I go further, your critical depth is calculated. We know it is by the formula small q square by g to the whole power 1 by 3. We have formulas in specific energy where we can get the value of critical depth. Coming to your normal depth is calculated from your Manning's or Chessy's equation. Now, I have given an example here. This is your Manning's equation. Q is equal to 1 by N, A, R to the power 2 by 3, IB to the power 1 by 2, where A is the area, R is a hydraulic radius, N is a Manning's coefficient, and IB is a channel bed slope. Now, if I take N and IB to the left-hand side, I have the right-hand side terms are all with respect to your channel section property. Your A is a wetted area, R is A by P, again, the channel section properties. So your right-hand terms are based on your channel section and your left-hand terms are your discharge, N and IB. So for a given value of discharge and slope, I can achieve a depth in which I can achieve a in which I can achieve a uniform depth. So your normal depth is calculated from these Manning's or Chessy's equation. I'm sorry, it is not uniform depth, normal depth. I meant uniform flow. So here mild slope is a slope in which my bed slope is less than critical slope. And here, based on your calculations, you can find that your normal depth is greater than your critical depth. Coming to the steep slope is in which your bed slope is greater than the critical slope and your DN, that is the normal depth, is less than the critical flow. The third one is a critical slope itself. So my slope is same as a critical slope. And here my normal depth is equal to my critical depth. Coming to the fourth one, horizontal slope. So here my slope is equal to 0. So if I substitute slope is equal to 0, I can, if you substitute it here, roughly, you will be getting dn is infinity. Okay. And your adverse slope, when the slope is less than 0, that is negative. So if I have negative root, it will become an imaginary value. So dn is imaginary. So these are your first level of classification of channel bed slope. Now in this itself, for each case, we'll be classifying my profiles. So I'll just show you how a syntax of how we are classifying the profile. So first I have my channel bed slope. Then this is the direction of flow I'm showing. And then I draw the normal depth level, dn. Then I draw my critical depth level, dc. And then this is zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. So your zone 1 is when the depth is here, we'll get a profile. Zone 2, when the depth is here, what is a profile? And zone 3, when the depth of flow, when the actual depth of flow is here, what is a profile? So that is what we are going to do in your classification of water surface profile. So this is just a syntax that we will be doing for dealing with your mild, steep, critical flow, etc. Now here, further the terminologies are: the type of profile is either backwater curve or profile, or drawdown curve or profile. So I'll be representing it by B and D. And the type of flow, subcritical flow, I'm representing it as sub. Supercritical flow, I'm representing it as super. Now the first one is your mild slope. So mild slope, here I know that IB, the slope is less than critical slope. So your DN is greater than DC. So my normal depth is at a higher level. Critical depth is at a lower level. I've got zone 1, 2, and 3. So this is the first diagram I'll be getting. Now based on that, the actual water profile is, if suppose my depth is greater than your DN value, when it rises the first case in zone 1, what happens? I have a backwater curve. My depth is slightly increasing and I've got a subcritical flow. That means it's a slow, slow velocity flow. When my depth is in zone 2, I've got a drawdown curve. And again, my velocity, my flow is subcritical flow. Your subcritical flow is with low velocity. And when my depth is in zone 3, my profile is like this. And this is again backwater curve, and it is a supercritical flow. It is associated with high velocity. So this is my profile curve when the slope is mild. Now second, coming to your steep slope. Now in steep slope, what is happening? My channel bed slope is greater than critical and my DN is less than DC. So that's why my DN value is shown here and DC value is shown here. So again, I've got zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And here also, when the depth is here, when the depth is here, when the depth is here, we'll be calculating. So when my depth is above my critical depth, my profile is increasing. So it is a backwater curve, and the velocity, and sorry, not the velocity, the flow is subcritical flow. When depth is in zone 2, it is drawdown, and the flow type is supercritical flow. And the third case, when your depth is in zone 3, it is your backwater curve and the flow is supercritical flow. So these are my flow profiles for your steep slope. Then coming to the critical slope. So in critical slope, since my value of critical depth and normal depth are same, so I don't have zone 2, I only have zone 1 and zone 3. So when it is in zone 1, it is your backwater curve, it is a rising profile, and the velocity, sorry, not the velocity, the flow is subcritical flow. See, your velocity is low in subcritical flow. So I'm referring to velocity most of the time. But remember, when I say sub, it is a low velocity or tranquil flow. And when it is in zone 3, again, it is a backwater curve, but here the velocity is high, and then that's why it is a supercritical flow. The fourth one is horizontal slope. Now in horizontal slope, my IB is equal to 0. Channel bed slope is horizontal. My DN is infinity. So here again, since DN is not defined, I've got zone 2 and zone 3. So you're in zone 2, it is a drawdown curve, the profile is drawdown, and the flow type is subcritical flow. Coming to your, zone 3, if the depth of flow is here, it is a backwater curve and the flow type is supercritical flow. And the final one, that is your adverse slope. So in adverse slope, my slope is like this, but the flow is in the reverse direction. Okay, remember, whenever we see a slope like this, we expect that the flow will go down. No, the flow is in the opposite direction. So that's why your slope is negative and dn is imaginary. So since dn is imaginary, I can only define my critical depth. So I've got only two zones here, that is zone 2 and zone 3. And the profiles look like this. It's a drawdown curve or profile, and the flow is subcritical flow. Now, when the depth is in zone 3, it is your backwater curve, that is, it is rising, and it is dealing with the type of flow is supercritical flow. Now, these are the different, water surface profiles. You are expected to draw these diagrams, okay? But I had combined these both since for the better understanding. So in your exam, generally, when they ask you the classification of flow, classification of water surface profile, you are supposed to draw the 5 classification. This diagram as well as this diagram is expected. So I have, each slide, I have cut short in each slide. It's all separate in your notebook, in your book. So I have all clapped together in one slide for your better understanding. Thank you.